watching your favourite TV show with other people is nothing. Stop talking. Yeah, tell us about your day then. Are you done? You're talking again. Should I just record this and watch it later on when you've gone? I never know whether I'm pausing the telly or playing me boyfriend. I was hoping I might get offered one of those exploring travel shows like Caroline Quentin's Passage to India. Although I don't like travelling very far because I've just got a cat. So it'll probably just be me going round the traffic centre picking up a few bits. I tried to watch The Voice, but I wasn't really sure about it. The rotating chairs were quite good, but I always felt for Tom Jones. He needs a chair like my nan had that lifts you out of it. Then we could pop him in the bath. I think, thanks to TV, if pushed, I could give birth, buy some tat at an auction, get amazing abs in 3 weeks, and teach a child how to behave. Howard, you know how to check a bloke's prostate, but no one I know will let us have a go. Have you ever noticed that whenever the news report on extreme weather conditions, it's always much worse than what you've got? They've got a man in a boat in his lounge and you're all, oh, my shoes are soaking and they're suede. I call it the think yourself lucky section of the news. It should be at the end of every news programme. These winds might have blown some slates off your roof, but this lady's holding on to her dog's tail so he doesn't blow away. Think yourself lucky. Good night. It's a really positive way to end the news. Well, positive for everybody apart from the poor sod in the clip. Would like to film you for BBC News. Oh, it's not for the think yourself lucky bit, is it? Yes, it is. Oh, man! I only really watch the news when I have to. I don't mean, like, if somebody I know is on the run. You're not on the 6 o'clock news, I'll check again at 10. What I mean is I usually only watch the news when I have to prepare for a topical programme, like Mock the Week, for example. But the problem with the news is, as soon as I've learnt it, it's bloody changed. I got a text from a woman I know recently saying, just watched you on Have I Got News for You, loving the dark hair and haven't you lost weight? I replied, no, it was a repeat. I've gone the other way, flower. Sometimes the news can be quite exciting. As soon as something happens, they have to start talking about it, even if they don't know what's going on. There's been a loud bang in Birmingham, so we're asking some of the locals what they think it could be. You should never get your news from a man in a bobble hat. The news should definitely have a recap at the beginning, I think. Previously, on the economy, it was a bit shit, and now it's a bit better, but no one's really noticed yet. I'm not keen on Sky News. There's someone reading the news, and then there's other things going on at the side, and then they've got the thing they call the crawler along the bottom with the breaking news. There's just too much going on for me. It's the same reason why I never bought a rabbit. It's moving, it's vibrating, and then there's the rabbit ears. Too much. It's too much. Feels like being on the fair. I used to love News Round. Right up until the day I asked my mum for a tortoise, and 10 minutes later, John Craven said people weren't allowed tortoises anymore. It was like my mum had rang him. Of course, these days, you don't just get the news from the telly. The internet is most people's main source. I often get mine from Twitter, and you can take Twitter anyway. My boyfriend once came out of the bathroom and said, Whitney Houston's dead, and I said, what did you do to her? One of my favourite parts of the news is when some poor bugger is standing in Downing Street late at night for no apparent reason. So please welcome, live from Downing Street for no apparent reason, the BBC's political editor, Nick Robinson. Hello, Nick. Thanks very much for joining us. Now, you've even called your book Live from Downing Street. Have you ever had to sign for a parcel?
Or a pizza, maybe.
You don't have to sign for pizzas, Pet. You've never done that before, have
You have to cut off.
you? So you just, like, in a caravan a lot of the time, just eating tins of soup, just waiting for the big story to break?
If only. You know what? They won't even let us go through the front door of number 10 to have a pee, actually. So if you're on a big story, they won't let you in.
You just do it up against the door instead. Do you think people who watch the news but don't really understand it think that you might be the Prime Minister?
You may well laugh, but I was once filming in a pub for a piece. It was during the Iraq War, for a piece about public attitudes to the Iraq War. And this guy kept telling me that I ought to bring the troops home. And I went, no, you see, I'm not Tony Blair. I just report on what he's doing. And he got more and more angry that I wouldn't bring the troops home. And eventually, he left the pub, and I thought, I'm going to be fine, actually. It's going to be all right. And he came back with a plastic plate of chips and curry, and then he threw it at me. It wasn't good, because I didn't have another suit.
Did you open your mouth really wide? That's what I did. Who's your favourite politician?
Who's my favourite? Well, I tell you someone I miss, and I'm going to get booed when I say this. I miss George W. Bush. Because he just gave great news conferences. They were fabulous. I was once asking him a question, and we were outside. It was an incredibly hot day in America. I'd been outside in the sun, and it might not have escaped your attention, Sarah. I'm a little tonsorally challenged. I'm bald. And I hadn't got a hat, and I hadn't got any sun cream, and I was going more and more red. And the president looked at me and he said, next time you should cover your bald head. You know what, though? I then said I didn't know you cared, and I thought he couldn't hear because he was walking off on a photo opportunity with Gordon Brown, and he turned around and said, I don't.
And finally, Nick, do you ever worry that by wearing a Mac, people might think you're a flusher? Show, Nick. Ladies and gentlemen, Nick Robinson.
Thank you.
I used to like watching Adrian Childs in the morning, but only because he always looks slightly worse than I do. I think breakfast news should be more relevant. Things like, Debbie came in wearing the same clothes as yesterday. What a slut. Others should help you prioritise the economy. Now would be a good time to dry your hair. Watching the news when you wake up. What the newsreaders need to know is most men watching them have an erection. I'd be rubbish at breakfast TV.
Leading to a 70% decline in the bee population worldwide. So potential problems in store there for us beekeepers, perhaps. Sarah, what do you think about bees?
I like bees best when they're dying. And they want, like in the winter, and they want you to stand on them because they're in such pain. But I just leave them. You climbed in my pop, you know. You're on your own, mate. Are you tired? I'm tired. I'm sorry if I smell a bit. Can you smell bacon?
In a boost to the economy, the latest figures show consumer spending rose 1.2% last month. Do you think, then, there's a light at the end of the tunnel, Sarah?
You never look at me anymore, do you, Bill? I don't know if you know this, but you know nobody's watching at this time in the morning, don't you? Like, they might have you on, but you'll just be on mute. You're just a clock to most people.
According to the Met Office, parts of Britain have suffered their coldest winter on record. Remote areas of northern Scotland have plunged to minus 30 degrees, the lowest temperature recorded since the Big Freeze of 1963. Sarah, what do you do to warm up?
his questions so early in the morning? Do you want jam on yours or your special honey from home? I was only getting up for a wee and this is what happened.
And now a travel update. The M6 is congested from junctions 5 to 9. There's been an accident on the M25 clockwise at junction 16.
And the A4 is stationary. Can we do one of those fake laughter, then serious faces at the camera that you lot do so well? Can we do one of those?
Fake laughter?
Yeah, are you
I have no idea what you mean.
Are we... So, Bill, you get up at 3:45, is that right?
I do, yes.
So what time do you go to bed then?
About 9:45 most days.
Wow, like a pensioner? Or like a toddler?
Yes.
Does somebody tuck you in?
Yes, my wife does, actually.
Oh, that's
yes.
so lovely. And then she stays up and watches all the porno and that. Is it hard going to bed that early? You're filthy. They are filthy. That was a genuine question. Is it tricky?
She just tucks me in and then she leaves the room.
I tend to get a bit windy first thing in the morning. Are there any tips you could give us for, like, squeaking one out quietly?
Sometimes
Did you just do one there? You finish work at 9:15,
yes,
don't you? What do you do for the rest of your day?
Well, start preparing for the programme the next day, so sort of get briefed about what we've got on
news.
show. More news. Then I go home and have a nap.
Awesome.
Fantastic.
How long now? Do you do like a 5-minute nap, or do you do like a disco nap, like that's 20 minutes, or do you have a sleep? It's important. Because you're like king of the naps, I guess.
Yeah. Pyjamas,
Really?
bed,
Wow.
hour and a half. The
An
full,
hour and a half? That's
yeah,
not a
the
nap.
full deal. Yeah.
That's a sleep.
I know, it's great.
And do you get tucked in for that as well?
Sometimes.
Does getting up so early mean you can have a second breakfast? You know, because you might have like your toast early on, but then you could get in and go, I could totally have a fried egg sandwich now.
No, I have my breakfast in 2 parts, but earlier in the day.
Right.
Because my wife makes me most delicious homemade muesli, and I take it into work.
Sorry,
and
delicious muesli.
delicious. No, she is. When she makes it, it's delicious. Wonderful.
Does she... How does she make it delicious? Does she, like, cover it in chocolate, or... Just put some,
Lots of fresh
fruit pastels in it?
Fresh fruit, that sort of thing. And then I eat half of it before the programme, do the programme, and then half after the programme.
So, is it... Hold on.
OK.
Is it like a big bowl, and then you just get halfway down and you go, it's time to do the news? Or do you have 2 bowls?
1 bowl, eaten in 2 parts.
Muesli, but you're airing at that.
It has a lid.
It's got a lid on
It's got a lid. It comes in a container. Eat half, feel relatively full. Put the lid on. Go into the studio, do the programme, come out, eat the rest.
Has the milk been on the whole time?
Yes, but it's... She pours it on the muesli the night before and puts it in... With you people?
We've never had muesli. We don't know how you're supposed to eat it. Look at them. Look at them. They're all, look, sausage sandwich, bacon sandwich, Frosties. No, like when you have your Weetabix and you mash them all down. Is it like that?
No, it's not like that.
So it's still quite...
It's still nice and oaty and nutty and fruity. And lots of fibre.
Oh, do you need that, do you?
Yeah.
Well, there's a question, because I get up and I have a toilet visit, normally. When do you do that? Did that change your routine? When you started doing breakfast, do you have to go, well, I'm going to have my poo the night before?
The thing is...
I can't believe I just asked you when you have your poo.
I can't believe I'm about to tell you. You want to know?
Yeah,
OK.
I really do.
Every half an hour, there's a little break for the regional news. It's 3 minutes and 15 seconds. No. But then you've only got time for a certain short kind of break. Yeah? If you need a longer break, you have to do it before or afterwards. And after a while, your body gets trained to know when is the time to go. Even going for the short break can be a problem. Once one of my colleagues went out and found the thing was locked because there was a cleaner in there at the time. So, yeah, difficult. That was awkward. But otherwise, you know, it's a matter of self-discipline.
It's a matter of self-discipline.
Yes.
I will tell my body when I will shite. Bill, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you very much for being on the show. Ladies and gentlemen, Bill Turnbull. Jewish Mum of the Year. I think they should do more of these, but with different categories. My mum would be great in Geordie Mum of the Year. She once made me a terry towel and boob tube. She didn't mind me being sexy as long as I was warm. When I was little and I didn't know a word, I'd ask me mum. But there was one time I must have asked a rude word, and she said to us, in the future, when you're asking about a word and you think it might be rude, just say so I can brace myself. So then I go, Mum, this word might be rude. What's Velcro? Mum, what's teabagging? Oh, thank God, I thought it was going to be something rude. That's when you steep the tea bag for a long time so that the tea is strong enough to take away the taste of bollocks in your mouth. Been watching The Only Way is Essex. Towie is responsible for vajazzling, isn't it? Have you got anybody in the room who's been vajazzled? They probably heard you walk in, wouldn't it? You can do it on the cheap, though, just in case you were wondering. Just Pritt stick in a tube of glitter. Does it have to be all smooth for a vajazzle, or can you just thread it through your bush? Like when you're decorating the Christmas tree, make sure it looks good from all angles. Of course, there's a northern version of Towie. It's called Geordie Shore, and it's like someone watched Towie and went, this is too highbrow, it needs more Jaeger bombs and shadow. I love it, but it's like someone's fired an orange paint cannon into a zoo. So what does a real Geordie man think of these new Geordie men? I know, just the fella. It's my dad, Philip. Hello, Dan. I've got my fancy little camera. Can you see us all right, love?
Yes, I can see you perfectly all right.
Excellent. Now, you've been watching some telly for us, haven't you? Did you watch The Only Way is Essex?
Yes. Is that the one where they do the big javelin?
No, that was the Olympics, Dad. It's like a posh version of Geordie Shore. You've watched Geordie Shore, haven't you? What did you think of that, then?
Do you want to know the truth?
Yes, but try not to swear. Too much.
It's horrendous.
Oh, that's a bit mean.
No, Sarah, the people who've got no morals, no manners, no respect for themselves, not prepared to accept responsibility, live in a skip.
Can I just remind you that it's a comedy programme? What do you think about Polly? She's the one with the red hair. What about her?
Holly wants to start being the hunter and not the prey.
Oh, that's quite good. That's quite deep, isn't it? So, would you watch any of these programmes again?
Never, unless you asked us.
Oh, thank you very much, everyone. My dad, Philip. Geordie Shore, they have sex so much, it's like they think they're dying out. I described Geordie Shore to someone who's never seen it, and she said, "Oh, it sounds like Friends." But yes, but with more Caniston. But to find out what the show is really all about, please welcome Holly, Charlotte, Gaz and James from Geordie Shore. Very much. I'm a genuine fan. Thank you very much for coming on the show. Now, is there anything out of bounds? Do you like the girls, do you ever look at an outfit and go, it's just too slutty? Ever? Technically directed a question at you, but well done for answering for the girls. No, never. I think you all look lovely tonight. You really do. You've all scrubbed up. Now, from the show, do you ever get a day off from the show? Because you live together, don't you, all the time? Do you ever get a day off where you just think, I'm just going to read a book and I'm not going to shag any women?
Gary never thinks that.
No, you're in there for like about 6 weeks at a time. You've got no phone, no internet, no TV, no nothing. You're just in there. Go out 5 nights a week.
So that's your excuse for shagging all the time?
What else are you meant to do?
Nothing else. No, not even board games, Kaplunk.
Not like them either. There's one game on an Xbox.
One game, that's all you've got. I feel like we should post some stuff to you. Sorry, I feel like you're in prison. You're in a shagging prison. So just like prison. Anyway, what are we all doing sitting here? You guys like to party, don't you?
Yeah.
Let's do it. I'm Holly.
I'm Charlotte.
I'm Gaz.
I'm James.
I'm not very good at heels, as you can tell.
Yeah.
You can't walk like that in a nightclub. So how can you do a demonstration of like a sexy walk?
Right, so you just have to strut with confidence. So it's head high, and just try not to fall over. So you just go on, strut.
Wow, that is really good. Gonna give it a go. Are you ready? Like head high and just strut. I haven't been nightclub since the olden days.
Right.
So how am I supposed to behave? Like, what should I do when I'm in the nightclub?
Right, okay, right. Dance. Should we do a demonstration?
Yes,
do you dance and I'll talk you through it, right?
Right, do you want to know the main dance if you want to pull a lad?
Yes.
Right.
Are you on the pull tonight, Sarah?
Okay.
Do you want that?
Right, here we go. Right, so you're in a club.
Right, you come with us,
you're dancing, so just put me up, Charlotte, so you're dancing, and you walk over and you spot a guy that you like, and you're like, well, whoa, how am I going to get him? So you're like, right, I'm just going to do the move, and then you slut drop.
Oh my God, if I go down, I'm never coming back.
Go on, Sarah, right, you're in the club. Do it again. You're in the club, and you're dancing, and you spot a guy that you like over there, and you're like, well, whoa, how am I going to get him? So you go there. Yeah, so you're a little bit drunk, and you're a bit tipsy, and you're walking around, and then you take your back in, and then
I mean, I think I need a bit more practice, but I think that was a pretty good first go, don't you think? Hiya, Dad. I didn't know you were coming back. Have you been watching the whole time?
Yep.
What do you think?
I hope you're not coming home like that tonight.
You know, this isn't me at all. This is quite clearly not me at all. This is not my experience. I think I'm going to show you what it should be like.
Right.
This kind of music's not my sort of thing. Let's play some music. Right. Clifford, quiet
We
for
can
sound.
dance to this, yeah.
Can we dance to this?
Yeah.
I've got some presents for you as well. Let's bring the presents on.
Oh, right, okay.
Get them all out, kids.
Right, okay.
Does this come in short sleeve or a V-neck?
Lovely Nana Caldies for the girls. Let's have a big round of applause for Holly, Charlotte, Gaz and James from Geordie Shore. Thank you very much. I'm coming. I'm coming. That's it for tonight. Unfortunately, we didn't have time to talk about News 24, which I thought was a whole station about Jack Bauer. Ice Road Truckers. The producers decided to make it grittier, which sort of ruined it. The Kardashians. Look what a sex tape can do for your career. I made a sex tape once, but it was just audio. And it was just me on my own eating a peach. Big Brother, although that's on Channel 5 now, which is a bit like hearing that one of your old friends has become a prostitute. Good night.
Stay with us on BBC HD, chewing over the day's headlines. It's Newsnight next.